right, we teased Vanessa's story, and it's based off of this sex-crazed Brooklyn tech teacher, so I'm kind of scared to hear it, but have at it.
I'm sad that I didn't think this was inappropriate earlier in life. It wasn't until later in life that I realized. I was like at my friend's house. We were 14 years old. She was a neighbor friend. I was over there all the time, but this time we're hanging out in the living room. Her dad's there, and I don't know how it turned into this like playful, like pillow fight, tickle fest situation with Dad. And at some point, he made it down to kind of lick my toes.
What?
And it was, yeah, at 14, you're like, that's weird. What's happening? Blah blah blah. But then, like at 30, I'm like, what happened there? Like, it was really inappropriate. But I never told anyone.
Yeah,
I never like told my mom or anything because I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't feel it was wrong then. I just thought it was like dumb.
But
it was enough for you to remember.
It was. Now I'm thinking back on it.
But isn't it a great example of exactly what we were talking about tonight, which the kids don't really understand?
Absolutely.
These things happen and they keep going, and they all of a sudden they're involved in something that they just don't even understand.
Right. And thank God it never went any further than that. Thank God.
Well, that's the scary part about, like you said, with children. I mean, a lot of times in their teenagers is when they're learning about their own boundaries and they're questioning, well, was that inappropriate? I don't know. He's an adult. He should know better. So I guess maybe if he did it, maybe it's okay. Right, exactly. And that's the scary thing with teachers, you know, like your mom. Teachers in a position to teach students, and they're supposed to be trustworthy and all of that. When they abuse the boundary and do that, you know, that's what's scaring me, because we entrust teachers with our children. They almost see our kids more than we do during the week. I mean, we're guaranteeing they're going to raise our children.
She's got kids this age. That's got to be mind-blowing.
I would kill them.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's why you just have to be like so on it and involved.
I mean, what would you do if a teacher sent your daughter a
Well, you know
pic?
what? We can look at her text all the time. And, you know, the other day, my Peter looked at it and it said, I hate my dad, my husband, you know. So she got up and she's 14. So then I started to read the text, all of them. And they were all about algebra and biology. And I'm like, do you know how lucky we are? We have a 14-year-old. I mean, it could have been like, meet me in the park for a joint in third base. So I don't know what we were going to find. But we constantly can check all that stuff. And you feel a little violated. It's like reading their diary, but I do that too. So
watch out for the teachers that are trying to be the peer, right? Like this one insisting that he be called his nickname, which was Shay Shay, and giving them. I mean, it's ridiculous. I can't. I know. I can't. But I mean, it's just so weird. And the fact that he was giving them cigarettes and alcohol was like kind of like the guy in the white van that gives the children candy. Except he's doing this to the high school, and they're taking them to sex clubs and nude beaches.
No, I guess it's alleged. Is it alleged? I don't. You know, it seems too.
Well, it seems like it's all coming out of the woodwork now, Dr. Drew. One girl and her family stood up, and it seems like, you know, 36 counts.
You never know. But Heather, you've got young boys, right? How old are they?
They're 11 and 8.
It's got to be hard at that age because they're such jokers. The boys, you know.
Yeah,
and they aren't going to tell you. They're closed down. They turn into grunting.
But you know what? I feel really fortunate in that.
Every mom goes, what happened to my spry little boy? My little boy.
But I feel fortunate that they aren't alone with anybody besides us.
Yeah.
You know, they don't even really sleep over. They don't even sleep over at anybody's house anymore. They don't really ask to go. I don't know if I made it so fun for them or what. They really just hang out at the house like all the time, and like because they could talk to their friend on the Xbox or whatever, and so you know. But I think when that usually happens is when I always remember watching something where they would seek out like the single mother who was strapped and was like, oh my God, thank God you'll pick them up from baseball practice or anything like that. And that's what's so hard because they can only do so much. And so they seek out those people and they're like,
oh, well, my husband's Boy Scout troop in New York, the guy ended up going away. Oh yeah, they found out, and I asked my husband, I'm like, did he? And he goes, no, never tried anything on me, but come to find out the youngest cousin, he kind of singled him out from the herd one day at their troop, you know, whatever they do in Boy Scouts, and he goes, you know, everything okay with your parents? If you know, if you've got any problems, you can come to me. Like trying to kind of see if he was a weaker, like, oh, you can come talk to me, and you know, Dave was like, no, I'm great, fine. He went back to play or whatever, but. Oh yeah, that guy went away for years for child molestation.
In our Boy Scout troop, there's no campouts without a parent. You are in the tent with your parent. Right. Yeah. And if the like parent can't go, then you can't go.
And I think that's how this like communication with teachers should be. If there are emails, even if there's text messages, you can have more than one person on a text message. It should always be that child and the parent.
Teachers should want that for their own protection.
Just like physicians, you guys have
nurses in the room.
Right.
All right. This teacher was accused of exchanging, was it 10,000 texts with a 15-year-old? I think Heather brought it up. Should teachers even be allowed to text students at all? It should be on a, specific student email from the school. What do you think? Should this be allowed?
Good question.